Hi, I'm James Lebeck, and welcome to Life After Losses. Every so often, we hit a moment in life where something inside us shifts. Sometimes it's loud, sometimes it's subtle, and sometimes it's the kind of shift you only notice because you suddenly feel just a little more open, a little more willing, a little more curious about what might be ahead. Now, what I want to talk about today is that moment, the one where your head and your heart finally stop arguing and just for a second, agree on something. That moment when you've known for years that what you're finally feeling start to align. For some people, that alignment shows up as wanting connection again. And for others, it's the courage to imagine a different future, or to gently challenge an old belief about themselves. But no matter how it shows up, that alignment is powerful. It's a sign that something inside of you is waking up, or softening, or expanding. Maybe you're not looking for love. Maybe your next chapter has nothing to do with relationships at all. But I want you to consider this. Where you might be more ready than you realized. Now let's talk about what happens when knowing and feeling finally meet. Yeah, it's been nearly 12 years since I lost my second husband. And in the early years, I made a very conscious decision. I was going to focus on family and raising my kids as a single parent. Dating wasn't even on the radar. The idea of bringing someone new into my life felt impossible. Not wrong, not necessarily scary, just impossible. Eventually, as the years went on and life settled into a different kind of normal, I floated the idea of possibly being potentially open to dating several years ago. That was my exact wording. I wasn't committing to anything. I was simply acknowledging the door existed. That experiment resulted in 3 dates, 3 individual attempts that went nowhere. Now, either they weren't ready or I wasn't, and honestly, I think it may have been a bit of both. But something has shifted in me lately. The possibly being potentially open version of me has started to fade, and a new version has been whispering, I think I'm ready. So there you go, universe. Do with that what you will. There's a difference between knowing and feeling, and I've always known my capacity to love didn't end when I lost my husband. When I met my second husband, I learned that firsthand. Losing someone doesn't erase the love you're still capable of giving. It doesn't hollow you out permanently. If anything, it widens you up. So knowing I could love again wasn't really the issue. Feeling ready? Well, that's something entirely different. Now, what we know and what we feel are often 2 very different languages. Knowing is logical, feeling is visceral. Knowing says you're capable, feeling says you're willing. And when those 2 finally meet, that's where the magic happens. Now, there are honest fears behind readiness. A part of my resistance came from very real fears. Ones I didn't always want to say out loud. I've been single for a long time, long enough to get used to my routines, long enough to structure life around myself and my kids, long enough to enjoy the solitude without questioning it. And in the back of my mind, I told myself a story about being too set in my ways, too established in my rhythms, too used to doing life alone. There was also the quiet belief that being nearly 60 somehow put me in a different category, especially within a community where youth often is treated like currency. I told myself I was invisible, prehistoric, no longer on anyone's radar. Until recently, I started noticing something surprising. Some people actually saw me. Not my age, not my history, not the boxes I'd put myself in, but me. Kind, attentive, genuinely interested people who weren't intimidated by my life or my losses. People who were attracted to who I am now, not who I used to be. People who introduced me to more facets of myself than I was aware of. People who reminded me, without trying, that maybe my assumptions about myself weren't the whole story. It's about perception versus reality, and I've written about that before. How the stories we tell ourselves aren't always true. And here I was at it again, showing up in my own life. Now, in the purpose framework, the O stands for open a new chapter. It's one thing to teach that, it's another thing entirely to live it. Now, opening a new chapter doesn't mean closing the old ones. It doesn't mean forgetting. It doesn't mean replacing. It means acknowledging that your heart has room for more than one story. Readiness isn't the absence of fear. It's the willingness to feel the fear and to walk towards possibility anyway. Now, what this shift has taught me is that it isn't a proclamation that I've found someone. This isn't a declaration of romance or certainty. This isn't a grand announcement. It's a lot quieter than that. It's honestly more profound. It's the awareness that I am no longer protecting myself from possibility. It's the realization that companionship isn't some distant, unimaginable concept. It's the understanding that I don't have to talk around the idea anymore, that I can say, I'm ready without flinching. It feels weird. It's the alignment of knowing and feeling. The head and the heart finally on the same page. Well, now it's your turn. Maybe this isn't about dating for you. Maybe your next chapter has absolutely nothing to do with love or relationships. Maybe it's about allowing yourself to want something again. Joy, connection, purpose, community, change, creativity. The question is the same for all of us. Where might you be more ready than you realize? Now it's time to start looking at your life with open eyes and find the life that's waiting for you. So what belief have you carried that deserves to be re-examined? What expectation of yourself might no longer be true? What possibility have you dismissed because it once felt impossible, even though it might not be anymore? Your knowing and your feeling won't always align at the same time. But when they finally do, something opens, something expands, something shifts. Pay attention to that moment. It's telling you something important. Thanks for watching.